Good morning, evening, or whichever one you're watching this. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. We're starting chapter 2 on Monday, and this is our reasoning and proofs chapter. And you're going to think that you're not in a math class anymore. You're going to feel like you're in an English class. But don't worry, you're going to perfectly understand it. There's not a lot of math to it. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be writing a lot of proofs, you're going to be writing a lot of sentences, so it's going to be a lot of writing and justifying things. So what we're going to be talking about on Monday is something called conditional statements. And what exactly is a conditional statement? It's basically any statement that you can think of. If you look in a magazine, there are statements there that you can look up. So let's go into a conditional. A conditional is an if-then statement represented by the symbols if P, then Q. This little arrow represents a Q, then symbol. So an example of this would be if an animal is a robin, then it is a bird. You see how I have the if, and you see how I have the then? Conditional statements are always in the if then form. So the conditional statements break down into two parts. One of the parts is called the hypothesis. And most of you are familiar with the hypothesis in science class. It's making your prediction. But in this case, it's always located after the if part of the conditional statement. So if I take the conditional statement from up above, sorry, if an animal is a robin and is a bird, then the hypothesis follows the if. So it is an animal is a robin. And then when we talk about our conclusion, and our conclusion always follows the then statement of the conditional statements. So taking that same statement, if an animal is a robin, then it is a bird. Our conclusion would be it is a bird. So the if follows the hypothesis follows the if, and the conclusion follows the then. It's kind of like you have your start and your end. Now I want you to try one. I want you to determine the hypothesis and the conclusion of the following statement. If an angle measures 130, then the angle is obtuse. So pause, write this problem down, and then I want you to circle the hypothesis and underline the conclusion. So circle the hypothesis, underline the conclusion. And then finally, a lot of you might be interested in some extra credit opportunity. We're going to be looking at some magazine ads and writing conditional statements from it. So if you would like some extra credit, please bring in magazines. They're 5 points each, but you cannot bring any more than 5 magazines. You're going to be using this in class. So enjoy your weekend.